Welcome, dear viewers, to a journey of faith and belief in the boundless power of God. Today we embark on a profound exploration into the concept that nothing is too big for our Creator. In a world often defined by limitations and obstacles, we find solace and inspiration in the notion that with God, all things are possible. Let's start by delving into the essence of belief itself. Our faith serves as the cornerstone of our relationship with the divine. It is the driving force behind our actions and the foundation upon which we build our hopes and dreams. When we truly believe in God's omnipotence, we open ourselves to a realm of infinite possibilities. It's not merely wishful thinking. It's a profound acknowledgement of the extraordinary power that resides within and around us. Throughout history, there have been countless tales of individuals who defied the odds and achieved the seemingly impossible through their unwavering faith. From biblical figures like David facing Goliath to modern-day miracles of healing and restoration, these stories serve as powerful reminders that nothing is beyond the reach of God's grace. Whether it's conquering personal struggles or overcoming societal barriers, faith has the remarkable ability to move mountains and reshape destinies. But what about those moments when our faith is tested, when the challenges before us appear insurmountable? It is during these times that we must remind ourselves of the greater purpose at play. Every setback is an opportunity for growth, every obstacle a chance to strengthen our resolve. When we surrender our fears and doubts to a higher power, we invite miracles into our lives. It's not about the destination, but rather the journey of transformation that unfolds along the way. To embrace the belief that nothing is too big for God is to live with a spirit of boldness and courage. It's about stepping out in faith even when the path ahead seems uncertain. It's about trusting in divine providence and allowing ourselves to be guided by a wisdom far greater than our own. When we align our will with God's, we tap into a reservoir of strength and resilience that empowers us to overcome any obstacle. Let us carry with us the profound truth that nothing is too big for God. In the face of adversity, in the midst of uncertainty, may we hold fast to our faith and embrace the limitless possibilities that await. For with God, all things are possible, and no dream is too grand, no challenge too daunting. So let us walk boldly into the future, knowing that we are never alone and that we are never alone and that with God by our side, we can conquer anything that comes our way. At the heart of the belief that nothing is too big for God lies an understanding of the unfathomable depths of divine love. It is a love that knows no bounds, transcending human comprehension and embracing all of creation with open arms. When we internalize the profound truth that we are cherished and valued beyond measure by our Creator, we tap into a wellspring of strength and courage. It is this love that empowers us to face our fears, overcome our doubts, and reach for the stars with unwavering confidence. In moments of despair and darkness, it can be easy to lose sight of the light that guides us. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that our faith is put to the test. It is when the storms rage around us that we must anchor ourselves in the unshakable truth that nothing is too big for God. For even in the darkest of nights, the faintest glimmer of hope can illuminate our path and lead us safely home. It takes great courage to acknowledge our vulnerabilities and limitations, yet it is in our moments of weakness that we often find our greatest strength. When we surrender our pride and ego to a higher power, we open ourselves to a divine transformation that transcends our human frailty. It is through our brokenness that the light of God's grace shines most brightly, illuminating the path to healing and wholeness. To believe that nothing is too big for God is to cultivate a profound connection with the divine. It is a relationship built on trust, humility, and reverence for the sacred mysteries that bind us to our Creator. Through prayer, meditation, and acts of devotion, we nurture this sacred bond, allowing it to deepen and flourish with each passing day. In the quiet moments of reflection, we hear the gentle whisper of God's voice, guiding us along the path of righteousness and truth. As we bask in the boundless love of God, we are called to extend that same love and compassion to others. It is through acts of kindness and generosity that we become vessels of divine grace, channels through which God's healing power flows into the world. Whether it's lending a helping hand to a neighbor in need or offering words of encouragement to a friend in distress, every act of kindness has the potential to spark a ripple effect of goodness and grace. Life is filled with its share of uncertainties and unknowns, yet it is in these moments of doubt that our faith is truly tested. It is easy to succumb to fear and anxiety when faced with the unknown, but it is during these times that we must lean even more heavily on our faith in God. For it is through our trust in divine providence that we find the strength and courage to navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience. In a world consumed by materialism and discontent, cultivating a spirit of gratitude is a powerful antidote to the pervasive negativity that surrounds us. When we pause to count our blessings and give thanks for the abundance in our lives, we open ourselves to a deeper experience of joy and fulfillment. Gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a way of life, a conscious choice to see the beauty and goodness that abound in every moment. At the heart of faith lies the willingness to surrender our will to a higher power, to release our grip on control and trust in the divine plan that unfolds before us. It is a paradoxical truth that in surrendering our desires and expectations, we find true freedom and liberation. For when we let go of the need to manipulate and orchestrate every aspect of our lives, we open ourselves to a divine flow that carries us effortlessly toward our highest destiny. In a world fractured by division and discord, the belief that nothing is too big for God serves as a unifying force that transcends cultural, religious, and ideological boundaries. It is a reminder that we are all children of the same loving Creator, bound together by a common humanity and shared destiny. When we approach one another with humility and compassion, we create space for healing and reconciliation to take root, paving the way for a more harmonious and inclusive world. Life is not without its share of trials and tribulations, but it is how we respond to adversity that ultimately defines us. When we face challenges with courage and resilience, we demonstrate our faith in the transformative power of God's grace. Like the mighty oak tree that bends but does not break in the face of the storm, we too can weather life's storms with steadfast resolve and unwavering faith. As stewards of God's creation, we are called to honor and protect the sacred beauty that surrounds us. From the majestic mountains to the smallest blade of grass, every aspect of the natural world reflects the divine presence and creativity of our Creator. When we tread lightly upon the earth and cultivate a spirit of reverence for all living beings, we bear witness to the profound interconnectedness of all life and our responsibility to care for our common home. God's love knows no boundaries, embracing people of every race, nationality, and creed with equal measure. When we embrace diversity and celebrate the unique gifts and talents of each individual, we honor the divine image in which we are all created. It is through our differences that we find strength and richness in our shared humanity, forging bonds of solidarity that transcend the limitations of prejudice and discriminations of prejudice and discrimination. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, finding moments of stillness and silence can be a rare and precious gift. Yet, it is in these moments of quiet contemplation that we draw closest to the divine presence within us. Through prayer, meditation, and mindfulness practices, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and serenity that transcends the chaos and noise of the external world. It is in the depths of our own souls that we discover the sacred sanctuary where God's presence resides. For those who follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, the belief that nothing is too big for God is encapsulated in the life and ministry of the Son of God himself. From his miraculous healings to his profound teachings on love and forgiveness, Jesus exemplified the boundless power of faith in action. As his disciples, we are called to embody the same spirit of compassion and grace, shining the light of Christ's love into the darkest corners of the world. In moments of despair and hopelessness, it can be tempting to succumb to cynicism and despair, yet it is precisely in these moments that we must cling even more tightly to our faith in God's promises. For just as the dawn follows the darkest night, so too does hope spring eternal in the hearts of those who trust in the power of divine providence. When we anchor our souls in the unshakable truth that nothing is too big for God, we find the courage to persevere in the face of adversity and the strength to rise above life's greatest challenges. God is not confined to the pages of ancient scripture or the lofty heights of heaven, but is present in every moment of our daily lives. It is in the smile of a stranger, the laughter of a child, and the beauty of a sunset that we catch glimpses of the divine presence that surrounds us. When we open our hearts and minds to the sacredness of the present moment, we discover that God is always with us, guiding us and sustaining us on our journey through life. At its core, the belief that nothing is too big for God is a radical affirmation of love's transformative power. It is a rejection of fear and a wholehearted embrace of the divine love that unites us all. When we choose love over fear, we break free from the chains of separation and division, opening ourselves to a deeper experience of unity and connection with all of creation. It is through acts of love and kindness that we become vessels of God's grace, radiating light into the darkest corners of the world and ushering in a new era of peace and harmony. In our quest to understand the mysteries of the divine, we must inevitably confront the limits of human knowledge and comprehension. Yet it is precisely in the midst of this uncertainty that our faith is most profoundly tested and strengthened. For faith is not about having all the answers, but rather about embracing the mystery and wonder of God's infinite wisdom and love. When we surrender our need for certainty and control, we open ourselves to a deeper experience of divine grace that transcends our finite understanding. As we come to the end of our exploration into the profound truth that nothing is too big for God, let us carry with us the assurance that we are never alone on this journey of faith. Whether we find ourselves navigating the peaks of triumph or traversing the valleys of despair, may we take comfort in the unshakable knowledge that God is with us every step of the way. Let us remember that our faith is not merely a set of beliefs, but a lived experience, a journey of transformation and awakening that unfolds with each passing moment. As we go forth from this moment of reflection and inspiration, may we walk with courage, grace, and humility, trusting in the boundless power of God's love to guide us through life's greatest challenges. Thank you for joining us on this sacred journey of faith and discovery. May the light of God's presence shine brightly within you, illuminating your path and filling your heart with hope, joy, and peace. Until we meet again, may you be blessed abundantly, and may the knowledge that nothing is too big for God to be a beacon of hope and strength in your life. Amen.